Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Aliza Lapierre of Team Solomon. It's the start of the Western States 100, which is 2 days away. How you feeling, Aliza?
I'm feeling nervous.
Nervous?
More nervous for this interview than for the race, to be honest.
Yeah, you haven't had a lot of time in front of the camera yet in the ultra running scene, though you've certainly earned it with multiple course records at Stone Cat and Pineland Farms and Bull Run and pretty much everywhere you run. Last year you ran 6th place here at Western States, and it was only your second 100. But it didn't go perfect for you.
Correct.
Do you have all of your gear situation? Have you tried to test all your gear and know how it works? And
I have definitely been more diligent about learning how all my hydration packs work, making sure everything's functioning and that I have everything packed and ready to go this year.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not a factor.
So with a cool day forecast and your hydration pack working, maybe you'll have fewer hydration problems than last year?
I hope so. I definitely have a nutrition plan, A and B and C. And then I also have my nutritionist pacing me. So hopefully I've got all the bases covered.
Yeah. I mean, not to give too much away since you do have a nutritionist, but like what's the basic plan for you in a 100 miler for nutrition? I do a lot of liquid calories, about 200 liquid calories an hour, and then a GU or shot blocks on top of that. Okay, so you're aiming for about 300?
About 300 calories an hour. And then every couple of hours, I'll eat part of a bar just to kind of bank some extra.
In addition to your...
In addition, because I don't really eat any food at the aid stations or quote-unquote real food.
Yeah.
So.
It's also probably nice to have a little bit of that fiber just to settle the rumbling stomach a little bit.
Yeah, and I didn't do any real food last year.
Yeah.
Just my stomach wouldn't tolerate it, so
Gotcha.
Hopefully this year with less heat.
And do you integrate your electrolyte program into is it part of your beverage mix, or do you supplement that with electrolyte caps?
It's part of my mix, but then I also do electrolytes on top of that.
Okay.
1 to 4 an hour, just depending on the
caps or
temperature.
electrolyte? I mean, which? You say 1 to 4 an hour. Is there certain?
Neither of those actually. I honestly don't even know the name of them.
Okay.
I think they're thermolytes. They have a little ginger in them to help my stomach.
So yeah, you ran great last year here, 6th, with some trouble still. But you've run even faster this year. You ran Bull Run again as your sole race this spring and broke your own PR by a good ways. How do you feel fitness-wise coming into the race? How's your training been going?
I think it's been going well. I always kind of question it because I do train a lot by myself and not really with other females, so it's hard to gauge exactly where I'm at. I was pleased with Bull Run, but I ran alone for 49 miles, so again, kind of hard to gauge where I'm at. Really hard to gauge how I do in competition when I have to battle, so we'll see. This is quite the field. Probably the biggest stacked field, I think, maybe in the history of women's ultra running. But
yeah, how do you feel about that? I mean, the competition that's here? It's
nerve-wracking, but it's honestly going to be a privilege to be on course with all the males and females, and I feel like I won't have to worry about being alone out there. I'll always be around and battling with somebody and enjoying.
I mean, that's got to be really different because most of your races, I mean, you live in Vermont, and a lot of your races is on the East Coast, where you just tend to be in the top woman by a ways at course records. Here last year, you were running with Rory going up, anything Nikki Sum going up, Devil's Thumb. Did you get to run with other women at all during the race, elsewise?
I ran with, like you said, Nikki, Rory, Cammie a little bit, and also Megan Arbogast. So good variety.
And having not had a lot of experience with that, you run a lot of races, I'm sure, with guys for some part. You train with a bunch of guys. What was that like during the race, running with these other women? Was there any fun camaraderie, or was it very intense competition, or did it vary through the race?
It varied. I mean, I really feel like Rory and I shared a lot of really fun miles together where we just, enjoyed being in the mountains and each other's company. Nikki's just really inspiring to watch, her strength on the uphills and the downhills, and, Cammie's leg speed. And then, Megan just all around is amazing. So it was just fun to get to know each of them individually, and definitely different conversations than with the males. So it was like, just kind of switching modes, but definitely a privilege either way.
Yeah, I mean, did you find you were still able to run your own race? I mean, sure, when you're just running, say, Bull Run, and there's no women within a long ways, you're running your own race. Now, how does that change when you're in the in the thick of it with 5 other top women?
It's definitely more nerve-wracking for me. I don't really feel like I yet know how to race unless I'm kind of just doing my own thing, leading the way. So chasing and being behind and not mentally letting that impact me is something I'm working on. But again, it's just fun to be around other females and share miles with them.
So what do you plan to do this weekend? Do you have a plan?
No plan. I mean, obviously I have a time goal in my head, but I know that a lot can go right or wrong. And really I just want to go out and run comfortable, probably up to Green Gate, and then see what I have left in the tank. So a lot can happen for myself and anyone. So really I'm just going to see how the day unfolds.
I mean, what are you most excited about this weekend?
Getting up and over the escarpment.
Really?
The first 4.5 miles are just like a little daunting to me.
Is that because there's the atmosphere or the number of people? I mean, you're a great climber.
Yeah, I think just, you know, the pre-race nerves and everybody kind of sorting themselves out and just kind of like letting everything settle in, and, you know, you kind of look back and see Lake Tahoe.
So I was just thinking in mind, if you take that turn at the top, you can sort of put all those, look back and see all the pre-race jitters behind you, and then go forward from there.
Everything kind of falls into place after that. So,
well, nice. Good luck this weekend and enjoy the race.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.